So I'm so excited about the work that Cortiva is doing. So today, unfortunately, we're running a little bit behind schedule. So I'm going to zoom through the our next few slides quite quickly. So we're at the last section, so just bear with us for a few more moments. And then the next session will start at 11:15, so just got a little over 10 minutes. So I'd like to just take a little bit back to our original MG1 spraying with drones. Today we talked a lot about remote sensing. We want to cover off also on the potential of actuation, of drones actually going out there and making changes into the environment. DJI's first foray into this field was back in 2015. That's when we launched our first MG1 Agras. We were then able to very quickly iterate on top of that platform, where every year we were doing a new product release with the MG1S and the MG1P. And through those generations of products, we're able to greatly improve the overall spraying performance and also the level of automation that's built into that platform. Now, I want to share with you some of the impact that this technology has had over the years. To date, DJI drones have sprayed over 50 million acres of farmland. And just to give you a sense of the scale, that's more than the entire arable cropland in France. And this has all been sprayed by DJI drones. To date, we've shipped over 50,000 units of spraying systems across a range of different models. Now, as this technology has grown in adoption, a lot of this has been concentrated in East Asia. And so far, we've also seen a big ecosystem emerge to really support this technology. We've seen over 3,000 technical specialists to be trained by DJI. So these are folks that will repair and maintain the systems. And we've certified over 30,000 pilots. So there's a tremendous workforce that's out there actually supporting this type of work. Now, since 2015, we've been able to validate the concept, and we've identified 3 core value propositions of drones for spraying. First is that we're able to reduce the inputs. We're able to increase the productivity due to the amount of automation we're able to introduce. We're also able to reduce the amount of risk, simply because there's less opportunities for contact poisoning. So ladies and gentlemen, today we're very proud to announce that our latest platform for spraying, the Agras T16, is now going to be made available in North America as well. So I'd like to give you just a few highlights of the system. The T16 improves dramatically upon our older systems in that it has a foldable design and IP67 level protection. That means the system has a degree of water and dust resistance. The T16, with the system, we've also increased the capacity of the tank from 10 liters to 16 liters, which is roughly 4.2 gallons. And with the new spraying design system, we've been able to increase the spray width to about 6.5 meters, or roughly about a little over 7 yards. And the reason this is important is that when you're spraying large tracts of land, if you're able to increase the spacing between your individual flight tracks, you're actually able to cover a lot larger area. The T16 also comes with a terrain following radar. So this means that you're able to maintain consistent height between the sprayer and the actual top of the canopy. And throughout the generations of this product, we've really been listening very closely to the needs of the operators in the field. And one of the common things they kept on asking us for was for an FPV camera, so that they could actually see out there in the field really what was going on. And of course, this has been integrated into the T16, along with obstacle avoidance systems as well. So over the next year, DJI is going to invest a lot of resources into really seeing what we can do to stand up and replicate some of the successes we've seen in East Asia here in the North American market. And just to close it off, I'd like to give you a sense of what our vision is for some of the workflows that are going to emerge when we have all these systems being able to talk to one another. So we see that in the very near future, a farmer is going to be able to go out there into this field, set up with his P4 multispectral, and do a basic map. It's going to generate a digital surface model. We'll then load that model and that data into some analytics software, such as Mike's Drone Deploy. And from that, we're going to understand really the different areas of concern. And then that's going to move on to generate a spraying flight plan. And that's going to be done with some of the software that's utilized with our T16 system. Then, of course, that's going to be loaded off onto the T16, and then the mission can be executed automatically. So we're starting to get to a point in the industry where we have all the fundamental components here to actually start building these end-to-end workflows. And DJI sees its role in the industry to really providing the platform, the core technological building blocks, and empowering others to really start building these systems on top. Now, of course, when there's challenges, there's also opportunities. We definitely need to recognize that the regulatory environment for spraying in North America is challenging. And we're going to work with our partners to see what we can do to stand up proof of concept programs that are actually going to validate this concept and see what we can do to replicate its success. Training and support represents an enormous, really an enormous opportunity for everybody in this room. In order for this technology to be deployed effectively, it has to come with a lot of training and support. And we're going to be working over the next year to really address some of this and build up that capacity here in this market. And lastly, we're going to need a sophisticated distribution network to really be able to get the geographic distribution that we need in order to have this technology deployed down there at the fields. So that rounds us off, and thank you for letting us share really what our vision is for the agriculture industry and everything to come. So that's it for our day one keynote. Sorry we ran a little bit over time. We have a lot of exciting programming for you tomorrow morning as well, so enjoy the rest of the day and see you tomorrow.